Hey, hey,
Welcome,
hey.
everybody, to CDC-FDA. We are here in beautiful, sunny Earth,
Earth.
2024. I've got a basketball here, and I've got a dish towel. It's a clean dish towel. Just got it out of the closet.
Okay, nice looking dish rag.
Okay, clean dish rag, and a basketball. I've also got a 30-pound medicine ball,
Oof.
and I've got a 12-pound medicine ball over there. We've got many different options for how we want to go, how we want to do this. But what we're going to do, we're going to get on the floor, okay? I'm going to put myself on solo here, and I'm going to just imagine that you're going along as best you can.
Yeah.
Discernment. And you're going to let me know if you need me to stop and break things down for you more, right?
Okay, I'll try not to interrupt the flow, but yeah.
No. You can't interrupt the flow. That's what I want you to understand. If you, as long as you let it flow, you're flowing. So
Okay, I really don't want to get fired again, you know?
You got fired before for what was it?
No, it's a tough thing, so it took me a while to come back from it, so I don't want it to happen again.
Here, how am I doing? Can you see me?
We can see you.
And you can see my elbows?
Your elbows are just out of the picture.
Okay, good. Thanks for letting me know. Okay.
Still
down here, and you can see that I'm on the steps, right?
Yeah, we can see you leaning over the step, but I can't see your elbow. I can see.
That's okay. You don't need to see them. You can imagine that they're on the step down here, right?
I can do that.
They're resting on the step, right?
Yes.
So if you're at home and you have any steps anywhere, okay, I want you to try this. And if you don't have steps, some people don't have any steps anywhere, then that's okay. You can modify by just doing your best. Maybe say here's the arm of the couch, okay, and you're just lying down on your couch face down, and you lie down so your head is hanging over the arm of the couch, and then you can does that make sense? Discern?
Yeah, that's what I thought of before you even said it. I was like, oh, you can kind of do it on the couch.
Okay, well, how about you do it on the couch? That'd be perfect. And you can report along how it's going on the couch. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So here we go. We're covering all of our bases here at CDC-FDA, right? I'm out here in sunny, beautiful California. I'm on my steps outside, and I'm using my steps, which are just really great equipment. They really are. We almost don't need much more than the steps, and I look forward to exploring that with everyone more on CDC-FDA here, because our steps can replace all of our doctors, I think.
Wow.
Okay, so the point is, you see what I'm doing with my head here, where I'm allowing it to go all the way flexed like that, right? And then I can come up like this, extend it, but it's isolated, right? Everything else is relaxing. So my shoulders are relaxed, right? My legs are down and relaxed, but I have this movement right here. So now what we want to do is take our load, okay, and let's just take just a basketball. Or do you have what do you have on your end?
But I think I got a basketball.
Do you really?
I do. I got a. I just got a basketball. At home I have medicine balls, but basketball's gonna have to do it. I got a couch, and I got the internets for CDC, FDA, and Doc showing us something really cool.
Okay. So what we're doing here, and I'm just demonstrating a little bit, okay? So you can see here, I'm going into my deepest flexion that I can go in with my head and neck here. I'm bending it all the way, fully flexing. And I'm actually resting my head on this step down here. And then what I want to do is, you got this mid-back hump that we're all kind of working on. I'm working on it. I'll just speak for myself. this hump I got in my thoracic spine here. I'm trying to relax that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually breathe into my chest, really try to expand my chest.
Mm-hmm.
First, breathing into my belly, and then feeling the chest expansion after. And pushing myself up with my chest, my rib cage, pushing myself up, lifting my whole head up from that deep flex, and tucking my chin in while I do it. And then on the breath out, come all the way down. Deep flex again. We need to move the legs anyway. We move them around, shake them out, and just continuing doing this on our own here from a deep flex where we take a nice breath in. As we breathe in, we flex down more and more, breathing in silently into the nose. And then after we breathe into our belly, we expand into the chest. Now there's this point at the base of our skull where the brainstem exits the skull and it enters the spinal column, and that's the C1 vertebrae, where it's resting on the occiput is resting on the C1 vertebrae, and that connection of the C1 vertebrae and the occiput can get misaligned, and any misalignment that occurs there is going to have a lot of impact all the way down the whole spine.
Right.
So I really want, when we're doing this, to feel that point there, and you can take your fingers and go to the base of the skull, and right where the spine enters the base of the skull, just feel all that right there. There's muscle, and there's a ligament all through here called the nuchal ligament, and right at the base of the skull, when we're in this deep flex position and then feeling it with our fingers, take a breath in and then take a breath out and come up. We can feel this muscle getting tight here. Do you feel that as you're picking your head up?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So all that right in there is what we want to sort of reprogram. Because if we can get our occiput perfectly aligned on top of the C1, then anything that is compensating underneath will stop compensating.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
The brainstem is so important, right? That space cannot become occluded. So, in other words, if C1, C2, C3, their alignment will be prioritized by the brain, and then so you might have T7, thoracic vertebrae number 7 and lumbar number 4 are like way out of line because they're helping to compensate.
Yeah.
So that way C1, C2, and C3 can be more in line.
Yep, feels nice. Feels a little better already, looser already. And I just want to tell anyone, if there's any pain or anything, adjust your position and get to where it's comfortable. Do not be uncomfortable when you're doing this.
Thank you. Great point to remember. We want to be very safe and very soft with ourselves. That's why I'm not really using any weight here. I'm doing a basketball. And even let's just use our hands here because you can see me pretty well. Okay. So you see here, discern how I'm going deep into my flex, right?
Yeah.
And now I got my fingers interlaced right here over the base of my skull, right? Sort of draped all over the occipital ridge, right?
Yep.
And then I got my thumbs going down my neck. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. With this position right here, rather than going just up like this, instead of just going up, what I want to do is I actually want to go out this way.
A little forward and out.
That way and up. So I actually want to, I really want to feel like this point right here, that point we were just on.
Yeah.
That's what I want to open. Okay, there's an angle there that I want to open. That makes sense?
It does.
So instead of just lifting straight up like this, I want to think about sending this point that way.
Mm-hmm.
So with the weight of our hands, challenging all of this musculature back here a bit. I'm breathing in. As I breathe in, I'm relaxing my shoulders, feeling the weight of my hands on my head. Just maintaining where my head is already a challenge. My head's having to, these muscles back here are pushing up against my hands. And as I breathe out, I'm going to do it even more. But I'm going to go that way. Tucking the chin in. When I'm ready, I'll take a break, rest. So we're working on our cervical spine. If we have instability in our cervical spine, then this is a great way to create more stability by doing a light challenge, a very light load with just our hands interlaced, weighing down our head. So I'm going to do a couple more rounds of that where what I'm doing here is breathing all the way out, down at the bottom of my deep flex, breathing in deep into my belly. And then after I breathe into my belly, I feel my chest expand. Push myself off the ground with my chest. Expand my ribs. Now I continue with my breath out, sending this part of my head, my occiput, that way. As I weigh it down with my hands. I'm ready, coming to a deep rest. Noticing that my head is able to flex more easily as I continue doing this. I'm also noticing that I'm feeling the need to rotate a bit. This is just for me. And there it goes. Steps are amazing. I'm telling you. See this right here? This is just perfectly lined up. The adjustment for me, just going just like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, one elbow here, one elbow here. Okay. So our whole goal here is this. Do you feel? I mean, for me, there's like it's like there's a little divot at the very base of my occipital ridge, right at the center of my occipital ridge. It's like there's a little divot in the soft tissue. Does it feel that way for you?
Yes.
Okay, so that divot is what we're working on. Does that make sense? I want to flatten it out.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's like, they say that we got this forward head posture problem, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, if you think about it, it's forward in a sense, but it's also in a sense it's not forward. It's forward because our our shoulders and everything. Like if this is our midline, our head is it's down here, right? Where it should be more like this, right? It's like this.
Okay.
However, what people are also doing is they're when their head is forward like this, then they're also at the end, at the very tip of the spine, C1 occiput.
Yep.
They're actually hinging their head back, and it's like this. It's like that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like we're forward, but then we're like this. Okay. I don't need to stand up to demonstrate that. Does that make sense?
It does.
Right. So in other words, everything's forward except for that last tip of the spine. The skull is then hinged back, and it kind of gets stuck there. It's supposed to be a gliding joint, So in other words, right here, there's that divot in the soft tissue that I'm trying to strengthen it and get it to flatten out. Okay, so we've started out here face down, and you're face down on a couch over the arm of the couch. That's cool. I think now you're going to want to actually slide down so you're going to be flat, or maybe you get on the floor even.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to have your I don't want you to be up on the arm of the couch for this one. I don't think.
Yeah.
But if you're at home and you have stairs, like I do, if you have steps, you can do this. If you don't have steps, you can actually do it without steps too. You just do it right on the floor. Just like this. We're going to put the ball on our forehead. Okay? Okay, good. You see me, right? Ball on my forehead.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, and I'm going to lengthen my Achilles tendons. I'm going to lengthen out my heels. Okay, my whole back line, I'm going to relax it now. Remember, keep everything relaxed. I just got a basketball here. Okay, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to send it straight up and a little bit that way. Okay, so I'm going to take a breath in.
Okay.
And now I'm going to hold it up here as I breathe in. Do a few reps. I actually want to do this off the step here. See how this works for me. I'm just exploring this myself actually right now, So.
Yep.
Here I have it's nice because I have the stairs where the stairs end is like right at my base of my cervical spine. And that's a tight spot for me. It's giving me some nice pressure there and some nice thoracic lengthening here as I have to relax into this point of pain. Ah. Now, as I go down, I'm going to take this weightless ball, just a basketball here, and put it under my chin. Can you see my head, or should I move it?
You're good.
I'm going to suck my belly into my spine. I think this is much better than sit-ups. Remembering our purging breath. Wow. There's so much here. There's just so much in that cervical spine.
Oh, yeah. It's nice.
I don't know if we're going to get to anything else today. That might be all we do today. For anybody watching, if you're
It's fine.
looking for something else, then. So here I'm on the basketball. I love this basketball because now I'm opening up my shoulder here really nicely. I use it like a roller.
Yeah. It's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I relaxed a tiny bit and I got a crack or two, and it just feels nice. But do you want us to, when we're on the ball and our back like that, do you want us to be, kind of flexing, or let it loose and let your spine,
Good question. So
go
you're
with the ball?
on your basketball? You're on the basketball?
Yeah.
Like this right here?
I'm straight back now.
Yeah, you want to relax onto it.
Yeah, beautiful. It feels so good.
Yeah, that's what you want to do is just relax onto it, and then anywhere that it goes that it's tight, that's where we want to relax.
Okay.
Or via our purging breath, right? That's our number one go-to. So like, since I know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
I know that I'm about to get to a point that's going to be tight, right?
Okay.
So watch what I do. I'm breathing in, relaxing into my nose. And as I go down closer to where my latissimus dorsi connects to my bottom of my scapula, it's gonna be tight. Okay.
Yeah.
Side body. But what I'm doing is I'm just relaxing, breathing into the nose silently. And then I'm breathing out, purging breath as I go into it. And slide out of the position a little bit, just come back into it. And it's already relaxed a lot. Still a little tight, so I'm just going to continue breathing all the way out, open mouth, exhale. And you see how I'm head loading here by using my hands and my arms.
Yes.
So I'm letting the full weight of my arms drape over my head, and that's causing my neck to be challenged.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
man, that was tight. Oh, that's painful.
where?
Oh, right by the scapula.
Okay.
Oh.
Where in relation to the scapula? Medial, lateral side, inside, outside?
Outside.
So it's the lateral side of your scapula. Where? Inferior, down low?
Kind of the whole thing. So lateral, whole that whole side.
So like this right here?
Oh, man.
All this right here?
Yeah.
All this right here?
That's pretty much it, yeah. Whew. Boy. Oh, tight
Like,
there. It's
like
painful.
up in here too? Like all this?
There you go, yeah. Maybe a little in more, yeah.
In like that?
Yeah, and a tiny bit lower, that whole area. For me, it was very tight
Oh.
and painful. Oh, wow.
So, yeah, you want to do a sort of a side body stretch, right? Like, can you do that one right there?
Yep.
And then like this?
Yeah. Ouch. I feel just.
Make sure when you're breathing in, you're not making noise. So breathe out all the way, making noise. And try to remember to go into the nose. Is it still painful back there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
feels good.
Is it starting to release?
Yeah. It's it's releasing. Oh, man. That was tight. It is tight. Oh, damn, that hurts. Oh, shit.
So when you're breathing in, really feel the front of the chest and the sides of the rib cage open.
Yeah, I like doing that on the arm of the couch. Like you could really feel it, and then kind of expand. That was good to do.
Nice.
And now I get it.
So we can also just use a dish towel or any towel. I've been saying a blanket could work. But yeah, even if we wanted to say, if we were sitting like this, okay, this is going to look kind of silly, but just take the towel, put it over the head, and just go like this, and then Just give yourself just a little bit of something to feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, this is pretty ridiculous because I do 30 pounds like this.
Sure.
But I remember when I first started out with 10 pounds, and this was like, whoa. And it's really just giving ourselves some awareness of our face up here. Like, oh yeah, there's something there. let me turn into it. Let me move into it. So just taking a towel. You could use a blanket. Blanket could be nice because it could be quite a bit heavier. Hold the head down. See, I just got a nice pop just doing that. Go like this right here. Over onto the other side.
Oh man, it feels nice.
Are you just sitting like this?
I got the basketball on.
Oh, you're. Are you rolling on the basketball?
No, I'm doing what you're doing, but just with a basketball.
Perfect. That's what I was just gonna say. Is that doing this with just a basketball is nice too. So here I am. And when I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go all the way down so that way I can relax. And actually, a nice way to do this is actually just like this. This is maybe how I should have started off. Okay, just like this, without the steps.
Yeah.
And then now everything is isolated. Everything is relaxed except for the cervical spine, right? And I like this also because my triceps are nice and stretched out.
Yeah.
I think this will be a good position for you with that scapula tightness you have. Can you get into this position right here on the ground?
Yeah.
And really, lengthen the elbows out to lengthen the triceps.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're going to feel the breath go into the belly. And then after it goes into the belly, it goes into the chest. And our chest pushes us up a little bit. And we lengthen out even more. And now we have this ball on top of the back of our head, and you can just kind of play with it,
Yes.
And kind of check in with the inner doctor if you need to move your elbows when it's time to really focus on your cervicals here. Getting this movement in right here. And then what else we can do is we can work our rotation. So, well, like that. Like that. See, that's really cool right there.
Yeah. Oh, it feels so.
And all it is a basketball, so it's really easy. And I'm not worried. I'm not feeling like I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm just exploring range of motion of a very, very impactful area of the neck, of the body. This right here. This is the jam. Now working up to where you can do this with weight. Oh my goodness. This is just so much for me, brother.
Beautiful.
I'm going to get the 12-pound ball here in a minute, but I'm going to switch to the other side. This will just be my warm-up.
Yeah.
So here at CDC-FDA, we're the Center for Disease Consideration from different angles. We think about things like the brainstem and how important it is because what we call the central nervous system, all of it originates there. So when there's all these symptoms going around, we think maybe that's one of the first places to consider.
Consider loosening up, getting some flows. ending stagnation. Oh,
Yeah, well, I would say in the brainstem area, the occiput C1. Most importantly, the thing is going to be because things are flowing there. Things
right.
are flowing in that area
That's
because
right.
everything else is being compromised in order to compensate to make sure that the flow can happen there. But the alignment for most people is off in that area specifically. The alignment is off. The posture is off. The practice is off.
Yeah.
Pattern is off. So to compensate for that lack of alignment, there's many other areas of dysfunction that are happening where the flow is actually stopped. The ankles, for example, people have edema in their ankles, right? The flow's not happening there,
Oh yeah.
but their brainstem is still intact. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to the other side now.
So, Doc, do you know anything about
This is
swelling down there and kidney issues?
yeah,
Yeah.
they are a sign of kidney issues.
Yeah.
Swelling in the feet, ankles,
Yeah.
edema, that's a sign of kidney is not working too well, the blood's not moving.
That's right.
But those swollen ankles go hand in hand. They correspond perfectly to the amount of movement and practice that person has done. It's not some mystery.
Nope.
This right here, like this right here, is what's going to prevent us from having cervical spine stenosis, right?
Yeah, we don't need that. Wow.
So this is just basic head loading 101. We're doing the basics of head loading. We're seeing how just a small load on top of the head anywhere awakens all of the soft tissues involved that are commonly underutilized, degenerated through lack of functioning. In my opinion, this is one of the ultimate forms of therapy just being discovered. Head loading. And it must be used along with purging breath, which is into the nose silently. And then out of the mouth until every last drop of the exhale is expired. And then we can breathe in again into the nose silently. When we breathe in, we feel the belly expand 360 degrees. We even feel our perineum relax downward. We feel the back of our lower back expand. We feel our sides expand. And then after the belly is expanded, we feel the expansion up into the upper rib cage. Everything's expanding, even to the sides and the back. And then we breathe out of the mouth, open mouth, sticking the tongue out, sticking it way out, sending our third eye 45-degree angle up. We call this lion's breath. Why do we do this? Because that's a function that we have to stick our tongue out that far. How far can you stick it out? Stick it out as far as you can stick it out. And keep sticking it out even farther and farther as you get better at it. Just like with everything else. When I first started doing this with my neck, I was not able to do all this stuff. But every time I got to a point where there was pain, I would breathe into my nose silently, expand like I said before, and then out of the mouth, and I would send the weight up into the pain. Obviously not if it's some kind of sharp pain, okay? If it's I'm talking about the dull type of pain that signifies a general lack of function.
Oh yeah.
If it's something that is a sharp pain, obviously we need to change our position and relax and make sure that we're in a good position, not compromising ourselves. Okay, continuing on.
Oh man. Nice.
Now I'm getting 12-pound ball here.
Whew.
This one's only 12 pounds. This is a good ball. This is a nice one. I think people could use this for a lot of things, to include like just having it on your chest right here. It's a nice chest expander, breathing into the belly,
Mm-hmm.
and then pushing the ball up as we expand the chest.
Feels so good.
For me, I'm gonna use it here for this.
All right, Doc's got the medicine ball in his chin, it looks like.
Yeah.
I can't see the back of your head. Are you're not over the step or anything again, are you?
I am. Thank you for. Here, let me do this.
There we go.
This might be the way to do it. Okay, here we are. This is advanced hip loading. Folks, don't do this at home unless you've tried a lot of times with a weightless basketball like this, okay? Basketball. Try this. That's the way to start out. Very careful. Follow the inner doctor. Okay. You see me all right?
Perfect.
I'm actually going to start out with a couple of these to try to get some thoracic lengthening here. Relax my shoulders.
I'm loving this.
Good.
So good. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
I wasn't planning for this. I don't even know if you can see me.
Oh wow. That looks lovely.
It's interesting. I've never tried this before. Here we are. Okay, I'm going to breathe into my belly. Oh, wow. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm just going to come back, and that was nice for the thoracics there, but now I'm going to focus more just on the cervicals. Pushing it up and coming down, tucking the chin in. Breathe in here. Then push up.
Okay, wow. Okay, that was 6 of those, and now I'm going to do the under the chin. I'm noticing right here I'm getting a lot of lengthening just in the rest position here already. Next breath in. This might be actually better to do on a bench where I can actually go all the way back and not be landing on a step. But yeah.
All right, this is good for us beginners, though.
Oh, yeah?
I think so, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I couldn't imagine you doing 10 pounds yet.
Yeah, at home, folks, just using our hands or a basketball or a towel. Okay, now I'm going back to here. And I'm just going to let my elbows rest here. Deep flex of the cervical. On a breath in. Expanding the chest. And my breath out, go that way.
You got your shoulders relaxed, your under your arms relaxed.
Yeah, can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got everything relaxed. The only thing that's working is my cervical. And it's going.
That spot we started with half an hour ago by the occiput.
Exactly.
P1.
Exactly. So this ball right now, I'm sending it at about a 30, 45 degree angle. That way. Tucking my chin in.
Okay.
I'm not giving myself any rest, really. I'm just breathing in. As I breathe in, I'm flexing down just a little bit more. As I breathe out, I'm sending the ball up just a bit more. As I breathe in, I'm just really tucking my chin in a little bit more. Breath out, I send the ball 30 degrees. That way. This is the type of exercise that our goal is to get like 1 millimeter of movement of change, right?
Wow.
And see, for me, I'm feeling it flatten out already. And as I do it, I feel a bit of tightness that comes over here under to my ear. And there we go. I just got the pop.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever was going on in there, it had to resolve
Mm.
to meet this challenge. I'm holding 12 pounds up right now with whatever's the side flexion capacity of my neck. I'm testing it with 12 pounds right now. From all these different angles, everywhere I put it on my face is a different challenge for this cervical spine. So as I roll the ball slowly behind my ear, down the occipital ridge, the farther it goes onto the back tip of my head is where it's the most challenging.
Mm-hmm.
All of this feels just incredibly good. Once you get strong enough to do this, it's going to take months if you start out, most likely, unless you're a weightlifter who does their neck. You'll able to get to here where you can hold 12 pounds on your ear and send it up to the sun and breathe. But this will put all the orthodontists out of business. This will put all the chiropractors out of business. This will put all the optometrists out of business. And the list goes on. But it won't do that because people are in business, not because of anything being reasonable. Okay. People are in business because people are living in fear.
That's right.
Business takes advantage of that. So now I'm getting to where I'm feeling quite a nice workout over here. I'm even going to bring it down and let it open up my shoulder. Side body. You see that there? So here what I'm doing is I'm holding this 12 pounds up onto the, again, I'm on that point where the lats and the scapula come together.
Mm.
And I'm mainly taking my time just to set myself up here. See, I'm even failing. I'm going to get myself on this guy. People, if you're at home and you're like, I don't have one of those, what am I going to do? Just do the best you can. Use anything you have. The idea is to be inspired. And you can find one of these. I think I got this at a thrift store. But okay, now I'm gonna. The idea is I'm gonna hold this on my side body, my side ribs, and I'm gonna not just breathe into it, but when I breathe out, I'm gonna feel my ribs expand in that direction, pushing the ball up just a millimeter. That's all I need. Again, draping the hand and the elbow and the whole forearm and everything over the head. Challenging the neck. Stretching the neck.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, where were we?
I was going to do the other side.
It's easy to lose track because it's like you get high doing this, you know?
Pretty much.
Or I should speak for myself. It's like I get high. Okay.
Oh, I'm getting endorphins and enkephalins that runners do. Myokines. Made up stuff, but you can feel good doing it for sure.
Again, here I am. I like this actually. This is nice because I got a little challenge on my chest here and give me something to push off.
Oh yeah.
Pushing off, and now
sending the ball that way. Come back down, flex. Oh, nice. I'm gonna breathe in here. Come up. Oh. Send the ball that way.
All right, Doc, we're at 56 minutes. You're doing great.
Nice.
I did want to ask you about one little possible injury thing I have.
Yeah, great. Yeah, what is it?
All right.
Yeah.
On my right hip, on the outside, I've just had this pain, and I'm guessing it's that bursa that's just being inflamed when I'm sitting wrong at work, in the car, crossing the legs and stuff, maybe
Okay.
sleeping also.
Okay.
When I go just one day, just loosening it up, not sitting in that way, it pretty much goes away. So that's why I think that's pretty sure what it is. I don't know what the burst is called.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Well, I wouldn't focus on the bursa. It's just the whole thing, the muscles and the tendons and everything's
Sure,
tight.
sure.
So everything's, something's inflamed, but the muscles are tight, the tendons are tight. They're, whether you need to stretch them or, maybe exercise them a little bit more, they're probably a bit of both you need to do, and along with relaxing. That's the three things you need to do for every single soft tissue is relax it,
Yes.
then contract it, use its full function, and then relax it again and stretch it. And then relax it again. And then keep going through that cycle. So for your hip, we'll do one here in a minute after I balance out on my other side, okay? We'll do a specific one for your hip, all right?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm just going to go over here to the right side now. Oh. What do you think are the main selling points for this therapy, discernment?
All right, so I've been doing it with you pretty much anytime we did it, whether it was last week, the week before, months ago. It feels amazing. I feel loose, but as you said,
we're talking about head loading, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
But as you said, you're just I don't know, like it wakes you up. It makes your head feel clear. And top down, so it makes everything below it just kind of get into the right position or something, or alignment. And let's see, when you're doing it, we're strengthening those things, and they're just never used, so they become stagnant, and people have we have issues because of it. This loosens it up, makes it stronger. The healing breath obviously always helps. I'm such a beginner. I'm just always trying to remind myself to keep breathing.
Yep. I should remind us more.
But yeah, I can see it just helping with anything. We're not just one little part, as you said. So it's a system, and it's systemic. And if you're getting your head and neck and all that stuff strong, it's going to help everything else get into alignment, and then allow that to get strong too when you want to work on that stuff. But even so, when you're head loading and you're standing up, you're using your whole body.
That's what I was just about to say, that's what's so cool about this therapy.
is that as a functional movement method,
Yeah.
I think it's second to none because the function of every movement, the function of every joint, everything in the body, the function of it is to maintain the head.
Right. Right.
It's to maintain the head at the level, position best that it can be, to observe, to use our senses. And isn't it so interesting that our most underused thing, the least challenged thing that we have in our body is the head, right?
Right. And I think a lot of times, so for me, here's how I think. I'm in a car too much. I'm in a chair looking at a computer screen too much. So I'm bending forward, not in proper position. And this is lengthening and loosening up and all the things we just talked about because we're in those bad positions so long in an office, for example,
Yeah.
or
Do
in
you
the
see?
car.
Do you see where this ball is?
Well, under the ear, by the jaw, yes.
It's on my mandibular border.
Yeah.
I'm opening and closing my mouth, pushing the ball up.
Ah, interesting.
Oh yeah.
All right, Doc, we're at over an hour. I need you to start landing the plane.
Oh yeah. Let's do the hip thing.
All right, so I just want to explain it, make sure. So it's the outside of the hip, not the inside. And so it's where the gluteus medius is, but more on the hip, not on the butt as much. And it's just likely that it's inflamed. And as you know, there's a whole thing going on there, but a lot of times they describe it as bursitis and or a tear or something.
Yeah.
And I think it's due to sitting wrong, crossing my legs too much. So it's lateral hip pain.
Can you get into this position here with your lower leg?
Yeah, it's kind of it looks like a pigeon a little bit.
Exactly. So you know the pose. This is pigeon pose.
Oh.
Okay. So the back leg is straight behind me, right?
Ah,
This
yes.
is my right leg, and then my left leg is straight, pointing straight back. Now I'm going to take the medicine ball here. I got a 12-pounder, and I'm going to let it help me get into this position. Okay. So it's going to come up
Okay.
along the inside of my leg here. Do you have a medicine ball at home?
I'm using a basketball now.
Okay, the basketball will work. Just bring the basketball up to here and put your own pressure into it if you want.
Yeah.
Help flatten your leg out and then up into the inner thigh. Okay. And just get yourself into a nice pigeon pose. And then what I want you to do is actually go all the way down.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Can you get down like this?
Yeah.
And if you need to, you can use a hand to support yourself. Okay. When we first start out, it might be kind of hard to do this.
Yeah.
But what you want to get to is where you're actually going to use these muscles back here, your glutes. And you're going to breathe in, engage them, and come on up.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to switch sides.
And then at the top of your last one, maybe get into it, stretch a little bit. And then come back and really shake your leg out. And honestly, the main thing we should do, let's do this before you go any further. Stand up and use some kind of support, okay? Use the wall. Okay. If you have pain in your hips, that exercise, that pigeon pose is what I want you to do. But first, I want you to just open up the joint, okay? So discern, can you go like this? Can you, with support, just breathe in and come up and then go like this and just go through a big range of motion with your hip?
So go around the whole joint, yeah.
Yeah, just go nice and then treating the leg like it's a whip with the breath out. So if I have pain in my hips, I'm going to open up the whole joint and I'm going to open up all the joints below and above, okay? So I want you to also open up the shoulder, especially the opposite side shoulder, okay? But open both of them. So just basically open up all your joints. So open up both hips.
Oh, yeah.
Kick it out. Shake it out. Okay, now let's do knees. We did a lot already with neck, so we don't need to open up the neck anymore. We started out with that for an hour, okay?
Yep.
So just open up shoulders, hips. Now we're down to knees, just like this right here. And stop in the middle for a breath, and then change directions. So purging breath, our purging breath, we're using open mouth exhales all the way out. That, along with opening all your joints, is your first step to any pain relief. You hear me? Doesn't matter if your hip, your neck, anywhere. Okay?
Yeah.
Now we're going to open up our ankles. So I'm fully supported. I'm going to lift up my leg and just rotate the ankle. She's got some nice pops already. Breathing into the nose silently. Out of the mouth. And then relax in the middle and switch sides. Switch directions, Switch directions. Rotate both directions. And then shake it out. Whip it out. Whip the hip. Hey, that's a good one. Whip the hip. You hear me? Whip the hip, baby. You gotta whip it. Whip it good. All right. Next ankle. Breathing in. Up. Trying to get it so you guys can see me here. Okay, there we go. Our purging breath is our master key to all pain relief. And opening the joints, opening all joints from top to bottom, from head to toe, is like opening the gates on a farm. And if the animals are stuck in one area, they want to get out, you got to open up the gate. So you open up all the gates. While we do our purging breath. And we can shake it out, trembling horse, okay? This Wuji posture. You're standing up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, base posture. Big toes pointing straight ahead. Feet hips width apart, knees slightly bent. All joints are stacked on top of each other, shoulders are relaxed and back and down. Hands are relaxed and they're open, if anything. They're not closed like this. Thumbs are not pointing in. Everything's relaxed and the perineum even relaxes down to the earth on the breath in. Silent inhale into the nose, exhaling out of the mouth, and sending the crown of the head up to the heavens. And a little bit back. Feeling the front of the legs relax and the hips level off. I want you to feel the front of your legs relaxing and lengthening. And I want you to feel right now with your hands, feel the tightness of the front of your legs. Do you feel it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel the tightness right here at the what's called the anterior superior iliac spine, this point that juts out on your hips, the front of your hips right here?
Okay.
right under that, as you walk your fingers down, you feel there's tightness. You feel it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, those are your tendons. That's where your quadriceps attach, okay,
Yeah.
or originate. And so I want you to take your fists like you're holding candlesticks in them, okay? Continue with purging breath. Just beat right here on these tendons. And as you're doing this, I want you to breathe out of the mouth and feel the front of the legs relaxing, and feel all these muscles here relaxing and lengthening, okay?
Yes.
And at the same time, I want you to feel just the awareness of your sits bones. Ever so slightly engaging your glutes just because you're standing here. Understand that this engagement of the back line is what's going to also help to pull the hips level, along with the relaxation and lengthening of the front. Just beating ourselves up here. Okay, now continue down. Sort of the front and the side of the quads, okay? All the way to the top of the knee. Down the side of the knee, down the front of the legs, the lower legs here. And we're going on the outside of the shin bones, okay?
Tibialis anterior.
Yep, going to the outside of that. All the way down to the top of the feet, beating them up. Beat up the top of the toes. And then pull the energy out of the fourth toe. And come up. Cross over at the belly button, up to the armpits, elbows, wrists, and then shake it out. All right. Have a couple breaths here into the base posture, breathing into the nose silently. Continuing with purging breath. Feel the bottom of the feet on the earth. Wherever you are, even if it's an apartment, rug. Okay, now we're gonna go back to the floor. We had already done one set of 8 doing the pigeon. Okay, I did it on my right leg. Now I'm gonna switch over to my left leg, and really, before we do any type of strengthening like this, it's good to purge like we just did. Okay.
Okay.
So, how do you feel after doing that purging? How does your hip feel now after doing what we just did?
It's a little better for sure.
It's a little better, but it's still tight.
It's more than a little better. It feels good.
Okay, well, get in there and feel it with your fingers and tell me how does it.
Yeah. No, it's barely perceptible now.
Okay, well, that's good. So really all you did was you open your joints, right, and use purging breath.
That's right.
So here I am. I don't know if people can see, but there we go. There we go. I'm taking the medicine ball up to the inside of my knee here. Whoops. Now we're going to get into this pigeon pose. What do we call this? Like a resistance stretching exercise, I guess. So I'm going to get down here into my pigeon. And then I'm going to take a breath all the way out. I want to deeply relax before I contract. Relaxing my glutes. And when I'm ready, I'm going to do a set of maybe, 6 or 8 raises. Hey there. Wow.
I need to do more of those. Wow. That's a good one.
All right. And I'm going to straighten the legs behind me.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I think it's about time to wrap it up, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lady just got home from work, and this laptop's about to die anyway.
Okay.
So here's a good ending pose for anybody who's doing this at home, and you can use any kind of ball you have, or a pillow or something like that. But what I want you to do is lie down prone, okay, face down, and we're gonna lengthen our neck here as much as we can. And this is going to be our ending position. Okay, my friend?
Yes.
I'm going to go right here. Breathing into my belly. Expanding my ribs. And I'm coming down on the exhale. Now, this is a position right here that I need to try this myself and just do this for like a whole hour and see how it goes. I think it'd just be amazing. The longer I stay here, the more I can lengthen my chin out. Keep expanding my rib cage too. Oh. Now, what's cool is, I don't know. You're probably not. Are you doing this with a basketball?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you're way up there. That's cool. So
Yeah.
what I'm going to do now is I'm actually pushing down with my chin, pushing my chin straight down and a little actually out that way, like that. Pushing down on the ball, using all this muscle that is super, super stretched, right? Now I'm pushing down on the ball. Continue pushing. Now I'm going to relax. And now all this musculature can stretch even more. Watch.
Ooh.
So do you see how that works right there?
Yeah.
Relaxation, then strengthen, then stretch. And it gets the max stretch and lengthening and space opening. Setting my chin that way. Wow. Open up even more space in my upper rib cage. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. My feet have stayed in the same place the whole time, but my arms are just a few inches farther length. Oh. Well, I'm gonna just stay here until I do a few. I'm gonna do a few balanced breaths where I'm just curious about the breath. I'm not pushing it in, out or pulling it in. I'm just in and out through my nose silently. If I need to do a purging breath, I'll do a purging breath anytime.
Oh man. All right.
Hey, brother, if you want to bow out, go ahead. I'll shut this thing down in a second.
All right. All right.
You can hit end stream if you want. Go ahead, and I'll just stay right here. That'd be great.
You gonna stay like that for a couple more hours?
Yeah, I might. I'll let you know how it goes.
All right, let's say goodbye.
Love you all.
Thank you for coming again tonight. Thank you for doing this. Healing is free, Doc. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, brother. Thank you for meeting us halfway.
You are tapped in. Really nice.
It's not hard to do, guys. Just breath all the way out before you breathe back in silently into the nose.
Consider disease from different angles. Explore new things. I mean, Doc was exploring a little bit tonight. Don't be afraid to do new things. Go slow, build up. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. Please check us out next week for more of this. And, of course, Chinese energetic medicine. I want to say book, but it is like a tome. It is such amazing information and so much of it. Can't wait to go look at it again. And of course, check out Doc. Check out Doc on his Friday mornings, 8 Pacific, 11 Eastern. We're going to get going here tonight. You're free to keep going. Doc's going to keep going. We're going to land the plane that you hear flying above. And we wish love and light to everybody. Thank you. We live in gratitude. We ask for blessing. Heal yourself. You have your own inner doctor. Everybody, love and light. Thank you.
Love you guys. Love you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
We'll see you soon. See you next week. CDC-FDA, Center for Disease Consideration. From different angles. We're just getting started. And good night. All right, Doc. I'm going to see you later. I'll see you next week.
Okay, brother. Much love. Thank you for doing this. Fun times.
Thank you.
Okay, see you next time.
See you next time. Catch you soon.
Yeah.
I'm out.
See you, brother.